audite, sumus in novissimis temporibus. Listen, we are in the end times. Well, it doesn't seem that they listen to me too much, have not that success that Francis had when he preached to the birds. Given not the excellent result of my preaching in Assisi and around, when the community, they suggested to me to preach at least to the HEN. And well, I'm trying to do it, but I am not Francesco. Sometimes in one's life, one must make a showdown, you know. I'm always in Assisi day and night, and sometimes I hear some dear old women telling, oh, look, St. Francis. But I am not St. Francis. That's a result. The HEN do not hear me. Well, many people don't hear, don't want to hear. Well, Francis was famous for preaching to the birds, and the birds were very, very attentive to listen to him. This is also the story of Saint Anthony that was sent to preach on Rimini on the Adriatic coast, and since there were heretics there that didn't want to listen to him, he began to preach to fish. And you know, on the sea coast, many fish came and stood with the head out of the water listening to Saint Anthony. Well, and so the people began to perceive that there was a holy man, like they in St. Francis perceived the love that was able to communicate. You know, I'm not St. Francis, and there was also an aggressive cock here, and I was not even able to tame it. You know, St. Francis was able to tame the famous wolf of Gubbio. Well, I'm not really him, but at least something we can learn even from this fence where there are these 3 hen and the 2 young cocks that we don't know who will be the leader, you know. But anyhow, we can at least to see an image of the world. What is the world? It's a fence. We are there, and like the hen, we cannot fly. Fly where? Well, towards something higher than just staying there, scratching, eating, making eggs. Well, this is a good symbol of the call to be children of God. God who came down from heaven in the person of Christ to let us fly to another level of life, to the eternal life. And well, Francis was a beautiful example of one man who had everything, he was rich, can really live out everything in order to get something higher. He felt in love with Jesus, and he wanted to be poor because he felt that Jesus had made himself poor, and that came down on this earth, that still now privilege the rich ones. Jesus came down to be poor, to help the poor, and that's what the Francis called. Well, we can learn from these saints, from Francis, to really get rid of everything, to be light and to fly above to the level of eternity, to the level of eternal salvation. Salvation from a judgment coming. It's a very serious thing. But, well, we can even learn these very serious things from very simple examples like this. Now, what we can say from Rocca Sant'Angelo, where I'm talking from, my community, well, let's raise up our heads. You know, one day Jesus will come. And what I try to say in Latin, hence do not understand Latin, audite sumus in novissimis temporibus, well, it means that we are in the end times. And in that day, the people who will have the wings to fly, the wings of love, of expectation of Jesus, of love for Jesus, and then for the poor ones, for the church. Well, those people will fly to encounter Jesus in the air. It's written. And others will remain, but to a judgment. It's also there in the gospel, an eternal judgment. Well, dear HEN, I am not able to talk with you, but I understand you. I understand also the people who don't want to listen to me, but at least we can say together with HEN and to the people of goodwill, we can give thanks to the Lord. So Francis preached to the birds. You must say thanks to the Lord. The Lord feeds you and you don't work. Dear HEN, and the Lord feeds you. And also I can say to people, listen to me, let's be thankful to God and let's stand up and raise our heads up to encounter the Jesus who come. Audite sumus in novissimis temporibus. Listen, we are in the end times.